Is silver about to explode? That's the question we ask ourselves in today's video. As you guys know, I've been focusing more on commodities and equities lately, and for that reason I partnered up with PrimeXBT. PrimeXBT is an online exchange where you can not only trade crypto but also commodities, forex and indices, all in a single place, all with a single account. I'll leave a link in the description which you can use. If you use that link, you can get up to 20% deposit bonus. And as you guys know, I have my own trading group. It's completely free. You can join it. All I'm asking is make an account, using the link in the description, sign up, make a deposit and test out the exchange. If you do so, join the Discord, send me a message and I'll get you added to the group. Right, now talking about silver. So there's been a lot of talks lately about a potential commodity super cycle, right? So let's take a look at what we think. We're gonna be focusing on silver, as in my opinion, at this moment, silver is one of the best investments you can make in the commodities. Not only because of the chart that is looking great, in my opinion, but there's also a couple of reasons on the FA side of things. For example, the surge in demand, right? Silver is used for technology, for green energy, like electrical cars, solar panels. That's a market that's growing exponentially. Silver is used for that, so naturally the demand of silver is going up as well. Silver has seen a supply deficit since 2021. In 2024, we had a shortfall of approximately 182 million ounces, and the projected amount for 2025 is something along those lines as well. So that naturally causes prices to go up. And then you also, of course, have the gold to silver ratio. We've seen a huge surge in gold prices, while silver hasn't even traded above former all-time highs. So does that mean silver is gonna play a catch-up game and catch up to gold? We don't know, but in my opinion, it's likely. Also, whenever silver goes hard, right, and it breaks out, it tends to really squeeze hard, as we saw here in 1980 and in 2011, 2012. So are we gonna see a similar move? Well, we don't know, of course, we never know for sure, but I think there's a pretty good chance that silver trades towards higher prices over the coming years. All right. So the chart, what stands out to me now, one area on the chart that you can immediately see what has been pivotal is going to be this area right here. Why that area? Well, we have the yearly chart here. Call it supply, call it an order block here, call it whatever you want. But as you can see, the price action around that level has been pretty pivotal, right? We rejected at that level in 2020, 2021, rejected, came back down, tested support, down here again. Prices broke up, came back into that resistance area, and as you can see right now, we broke above this pivotal area and it's looking super strong above the yearly open, and the monthly is simply looking like it wants to break out. Okay, so that on its own, combining that with all of the other reasons I just said, in my opinion, it's a safe hold silver over the next couple of months, targeting all-time highs. So I have silver that I'm about to hold, at least until all-time highs, but honestly I think we'll be trading way higher. But it's also, in my opinion, a good tactic to look for longs on dips, right? And that's what I'm going to be doing over at PrimeXBT. I am going to be posting my setups in the Discord, as I said, so if you want to join me, head over to the description and get your account ready. But yeah, more concrete, what am I looking for here, right? As long as we hold above this area, I think we keep grinding higher, ultimately leading into expansion into new all-time highs. Okay, so on the monthly we had these lows right here that you can mark out as well. been acting as support throughout this period. We came in there, rejected, as you can see, resistance, broke above support, and now trading at new local highs. Okay, so what do I see as potential targets for silver? Well, if you just simply mark out those clean highs up here, and up here, those are pretty good take profit areas on longs at least. As for my long-term holdings, I'm not taking any profits before all-time highs. I do think that this squeezes a lot higher and catches up to gold. But for longs, those areas are simply gonna be my take profits. If we head over to the lower time frames, right, we can see that we have some key levels sitting right here that has been acting as resistance, just this area in general. And a couple weeks ago, we broke above that. Strong close, strong breakout. And ever since, now, the last couple of days, we've simply been ranging. Daily range being this as a range high and this as a range low. So a simple setup on the lower time frames, right? If we see some downside here on the lower time frames and we take out those lows, take out the stops below here into the area where we broke above, just pivotal price action around here in general, right? Support and reclaim those lows at that point. Where will the draw be towards? In my opinion, firstly towards here, and then we'll see if we really break out and do something like this. At that point, I think we will be seeing way more upside towards all of these key levels. And yeah, honestly, you're not gonna go up in a straight line. You're gonna see consolidations like this, right? But if we, let's say, for example, break out towards here, build a new daily range, right? A similar setup could form, buy the dip, and take profit at local highs. So that's what I'm planning to do on silver here. Looking to buy the dips, looking to long local sweeps to the downside and target former highs. So the first target would be the highs up here into those higher time frame key levels there and there. Decrease risk on the way up. And if you see consolidations and sweeps of the lows, add back some risk and look to long the dip. All right, that's on the lower time frames. Over the higher time frames, as I said, I am holding silver for the long term as well, because I do think that silver on the higher time frames is looking primed for significantly more upside. Where am I going to be targeting there? Well, if we simply use our Fibonacci strategy from the high to the low, and we look at where those fib levels are resting, then conservative targets are going to be the 73 area and close to $90 area. Okay, so those are going to be levels that I'm going to be looking for. I don't think I will sell all of my silver at once, of course. We'll take profits on the way up. Will, of course, take a long time before we get there. Probably, maybe we explode. Nobody knows, but I do think that silver at the moment is one of the best buys in the commodity world that you can get. All right, so that's my thoughts on silver, why I do think that we will see significant upside. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.